Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning into your weekly horoscope. I'm Ivy Rivera, psychic medium. I'm also a Taino Airwalk, and I use a combination of channeling of spirits, my psychic abilities, and information coming from planetary movements. Enjoy. Virgos, what is going on with you this week? On Monday the 17th and Tuesday the 18th, we have a general theme on both of these days having to do with love, a love partnership, and a lot of questions going on there that you're either waiting for the answers to, or you are cultivating right now, getting your hands dirty and trying to figure out what exactly is going on or what exactly your position is going to be as you go forward. There's also talk of a lot of hard work being required. However, there is a ton of payout that can come from some work that you're doing involving either your career, this love relationship, a situation in your life that can be really harvested here soon if we put the time and attention on it as it deserves. It may require that you get additional training, additional education, do a little bit more research, maybe some self-work. There is lack of knowledge on how to actually accomplish this for some of you, so put in the effort. Wednesday the 19th and Thursday the 22nd, we have a general theme on both of these days having to do with the universe trying to make sure that you do not hold yourself back. There is some opportunity that really does belong to you rightfully, but it could go as a miss if you are being overly reserved in some way. There's also talk of you needing to speak up in order to get this thing. And they wrote again with 2 question marks. So for many of you, this may not be the first time that you've had to speak up. This almost reminded me of a situation where you would be saying something to someone and you were dismissed, and then you had to do it again and maybe it wasn't the right time. And it's sort of like, okay, third time's a charm, here I come again. So let's not give up just yet. Okay, what is yours is rightfully yours, is what Spirit is saying about it. On Friday the 21st and Saturday the 29th, we have a general theme going on both of those days having to do with you being seen, you being appreciated, and you being in either a group dynamic, a boss may be seeing you, or this could be someone else who's a little bit more casual in relation to you, but they appreciate you, have seen your character, and want to invite you in on some type of an upgrade on your life. Now, this doesn't necessarily just have to be money. For many of you, it will be lucrative, but for many of you, it could be a side hustle, a hobby that you have, just some type of an advancement that really brings you a lot of fulfillment in your spirit, which is really interesting. Saturday, the 22nd, there's talk from your ancestors and your elders, living and deceased, as well as your guides, about keeping a door closed. And they said, what is learned, and what is done is done. There's no need to revisit, whether this be thoughts and feelings from your past, an ex resurfacing, an old situation coming up to rear its ugly head and remind you of something negative. You need to keep doors closed where they need to be closed. And you need to understand that once all the lessons have been learned, it's useless information. We do not need to revisit or move in. On Sunday the 23rd and Monday the 24th, we have a general theme on both of these days having to do with health, your health as well as the health of those in your inner circle. And for many of you, while I can't prescribe or diagnose, this may be some physical stuff going on. I would highly recommend, if anyone is vaping, smoking, or not wearing a mask, not protecting your lungs in some way, this would be the time to quit and to start. There may also be some indicators here that there's some mental and emotional stuff going on. So let's look in all of those areas and be open. Remember, this isn't just about you, this is about who else is around you. There is talk of forgiveness on both of these days, again, especially on Sunday the 23rd, and I do think that it has to do with some of the issues issues that were triggered around Saturday. I think that it's important to understand that in order to reap all kinds of benefits from the universe and have true prosperity, the number one block to that is always a lack of forgiveness or bitterness in the heart. And whether this is a lack of forgiveness with your own self or because of a situation or other person, let's make sure that we let go. I do have a free mini class up on my YouTube here called How to Hate Less and Forgive More. And while I don't feel you being hateful in this situation, learning the forgiveness exercises is something that you can utilize for the rest of your life. There is talk here also on both of these days about work, money, resources, some type of advancement going on. And while that's great, you're also being called to examine how much time and effort and mindset you put into work. Are you obsessive? Are you a workaholic? Are you nitpicking on detail? Are you being a little too type A? Do you know how to relax? What are you doing with the time that you have on this earth? And do you need to be more balanced, because it could be taking a toll on you in some negative ways? And this is, yes, about prosperity and advancement, and there is a season to be focused. But right now, Spirit is saying, but time is sweet and limited, okay? So don't forget to take care of you. Now, there's also talk on Monday the 24th of advancement in love. So we could be looking at a soulmate coming in. We could be looking at someone that you have shared past lives with or have a karmic contract with coming in. We could also be looking at an advancement with a current relationship, but it feels very logical to me, and it feels very tangible in a way that this advancement can offer something that you haven't maybe had with many other people, and that is a day-to-day predictability that feels really, really great going forward. So take advantage of that. Virgos, have a great week.